I don't expect I'm going to see any form of a reply whatsoever. What's more important here, which is the shape of language. It's the shape of language where this was previous work from the way back, revisiting the Georgian alphabet. I took some time to stop. I was attempting to visually sort these characters that I'm not familiar with, and at this stage the Latin here is already just pig's breakfast. I have to get properly acquainted with what's the actual sound they're supposed to make, and Latin fails to do that job properly, but so does the IPA. I took some time to stop. Down here we have an attempt to cluster, and upon looking at this I can see, yeah, I've done a pretty damn good job here. I took some time to stop. Reflecting on what I've learned so far, in the Turkic lingo, the B is the same as an M. Interesting to see how the form kind of similar, but there were other forms that were similar to this shape as well. So let's just review that concept. I took some time to stop. The penetrating key that made me enter. This was the ultimate number one letter for me. Like, if I had to choose only one letter out of the entire Georgian alphabet, this is the one I chose. Hands down. This guy I managed to link with, yeah, equals this one here. I can see this type of a G is not a hard G, it's towards the soft. It's not a hard G, it's more I can say that just because of the story of how L equals the J in terms of how the language morphed between the Georgian Kazakh type of territory. Across those two areas, these two are kind of one and the same, as I was just really struck by how this formation here is visually reflected. They look the same, and this one was like an extension, and it's like absolute perfection for me. I took some time to stop. Even this D makes sense because of the Turkic güzel. There is a type of voice where they will pronounce the G as a D, or the children who are unfairly diagnosed with some bloody dyslexia bullshit, they are going to be perceiving that J as a D, and if they do that, that's not a neurological disorder, that's a natural audio phenomena where even artificial intelligence is gonna carry that type of registry, the same way the letter K equals a ch sound as well. It's not these consonants in isolation, it has a lot to do with the surrounding vowels on each side, etc., that play a very significant part in why the brain will register the B as a as the B equals M paradigm. This makes sense because of that L and the G being circle with a hanging extension coming out, but there are other versions of it as well. So there's more than one way to categorize and put these guys in the different types of order according to, okay, now we're going to examine the ones with the tails like this. What my objective here was just a quick recap to just briefly glance. This is my attempt to visually organize the alphabet according to how I hear it, how I process it, and how my language has adopted it. I took some time to stop. I can see even here how Georgian is carrying shades of specificities that are very colorful. I can see how this alphabet is reflecting the shape and nuances within the language, and it has a great deal of diversity. I won't say it's foreign, but it's unique to Georgian that I can recognize, and I do find that really damn fascinating. I'm also aware of how all of this here, this cluster here, is one and the same in my language. The basic building blocks for my lingo, the vowels are the most important of all. I took some time to stop. everything's everything. It's the vowelage that's the most critical for me. These are the dominant carrying core of the lingo, but these are pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, maybe 5 or 6 consonants, and that's all that's needed. You don't need all of these different expressions. You need to learn how all of these guys are kind of one in the same. That's what's happening to me as I try to annotate my language. I takes some blood to stop. What's the difference between the two of these? And the answer is yes. There's not much difference. I guess I wanted to attempt to start mapping the Georgian according to my 3-day Turkic map, but for the time being, there's all these other exoticas that I need to learn the sounds of, and I'm not ready to go that deep yet. I just need to use this document as an expression of the key to my language through Georgian. The first K was this one, the double U. The double U. That's the point where the key started to turn and it opened the lock. And this one here is another bridge into the Turkic paradigm with the düzel, güzel, güzel. I takes some time to stop, to be also mindful of how this paradigm with the J is a J or a G. J. I takes some time to stop. The same issue in English is that a jail or a girl. Issues with this J, is it like jumping or something else that's spelled with a damn J but it's pronounced as a J. This is where I'll say it is a good thing that I have not spent much time trying to bridge with the Latin too deeply, because I could say how it's really critical to remain objective and approach this through an exclusively visual communication type of process.
Please, can I start with your name? How do I spell that? And surname? And just a date of birth. Date and have my direct call.
Reporting a reckless driver.
And what was the driver doing?
Almost ran over a woman. They failed to stop.
Okay, alright. What I would need to do is transfer through another operator who can take a report on that. I would just let you know at the moment it is quite a long wait time. It is about 15 minutes. We're just very busy. The other option would be, do you have access to a computer and you can report through Crime Stoppers online?
Is there a callback type of service?
Unfortunately, no. You'd have to wait if you decide to go through to an operator.
15 minutes, eh? How long is it during 15 minutes?
It's been on and off all day, but yeah, unfortunately it's been quite busy.
Is it just today, or is it like been going on for a while?
It's just in the last few days it's been increasing calls. So sorry, did you want me to transfer you through, or did you want to try and do it online?
Well, I don't have the time to wait 50 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't want to wait, then you've got the option online if you'd like to later complete that. But yeah, unfortunately, it's wait or go online. They're the only two options we have. You just submit the details of the crime. You don't need to identify yourself at all. It's just through Crime Stoppers online. Did you rep the reg of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can put all of those details, it'll get sent off to local police. I'll follow up with the driver or the owner of the vehicle.
I report these details. What happens on the other side of that?
That would be up to police. Sorry, we only assist if I either take a report or direct you through to the correct place. If then after that, it goes to the police officer at the local station, and then it'll be up to them to investigate.
Are they obligated to provide updates, or it's just left with them?
You could possibly call and ask for an update. Whether or not they can give you one, depending on the personal information. Like, they're not going to be able to tell you if they've charged someone, because that would breach confidentiality.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just depends on the situation, I guess.
Would it be more appropriate if I just drop into the local police station and just submit it on paper? Can I do it like that?
Just refer you back to us.
Oh, okay. That's all I do.
Unfortunately, well, it's just they're busy with other things, so anything that we can assist with, unfortunately, we're also busy.
Yeah.
They would refer you back to us.
Alright. Thanks for your help.
Alright, thank you. Bye.
Bye. 50-minute wait, hey. is that acceptable? When this sort of thing should be taken care of in just 1 minute. The same way my audio recording captures the details in 1 minute. And it's a sickening sensation, really. I already had the radio details. And that radio number, well, who would want to own that? Who would want to identify themselves as BGI 671?
DGI 671, tell to stop. DGI 671, Ben bir ceviz ağacıyım Gülhane Parkı'nda. Ne sen bunun farkındasın, ne de polis farkında. Ne sen bunun farkındasın, ne de polis farkında. Captain unlocked the vehicle, incident with the police 6 weeks ago. Still no acknowledgement or follow-up. The reporting system was from the dark ages. 50-minute phone wait versus an online form. I don't have the time or energy to escalate this to the ombudsman right now. Please take care of all the body calls with your winkle pickers. Local command refuses to pick up the phone. 172% chance the report was never properly logged and the victim has not received any slither of acknowledgement. This was no different to the report of the semi-automatic, which was followed by trespass onto the property. Currently tracing the terrain of Scotland for the ultimate castle with Wi-Fi to figure out what kind of tartan this mess could wear. The cheese platter with walnuts looked interesting. I noticed Leslie Castle in Ireland has the same fireplace as the place that my mother was at in Turkey. Please take note of how the architect would have come from the same school with the Georgian Trail. While I'm off on this tangent, I'll trust you'll take the reins with the police follow-up. I've done my duty, Ben.
DGI 671. Some kind of a ute almost ran over a lady after crossing a red light. I'll try to send the police or something. That was awful.
Please note this call may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Same here. You fucking done there, love?
Huzur Bey.
Saat şimdi 7:30. No hard feelings, mate. No hard feelings whatsoever.
Get